This video was found on a public domain and the full disclaimer's down below.
Hey, welcome to the Danger Zone. It's Ashley. I wish you lots of love and many blessings. Hey, you guys, I want to first say thank you to Peter and Holly and Never Lose Hope. I want to say get well soon to Pretzel. I want to say a special thank you to Shoshana. I appreciate y'all so much. You guys, I've got so much to tell you. It's going to be a multi-parter. Like a snake, she hissed. She was hissing at people, but it gets worse. Here's just an example of what we're dealing with here. It's a little crazy. You know what Meghan wants, Meghan gets. And she didn't want any eggs in her wedding cake. And she could taste eggs when it was time to sample it. She ripped into the pastry chef or the baker. And the Queen had to call her out and pull her to the side. And Harry threw a fit. One of many. The royal family knew they couldn't stick around and live in peace, and so they were quick to ship them off over to Fiji on that whole Tonga tour. And that's where it really got nasty, y'all. I told you in the last video what she did to her security officer. That lady quit on the spot. They say Meghan was a little blitzed, a little stoned out of her mind. She and Jessica had been partying for days, and she ended up getting mad and threw a cup of hot tea on a dignitary's wife. The husband of this woman ended up calling the Queen personally, reporting back everything Meghan was doing, including hissing like a snake at his staff. And she didn't stop with his staff, y'all. She did it to her own. They were scared. Anybody that will physically hiss like a snake, don't tell me they don't have part demon in them. She does. The Queen knew they had a huge problem on their hands, and they didn't know how they were going to go about rectifying it. Initially, she started off trying to hook her up with Kate, allow Kate to show her, the ropes, try to give her a little pointers, some help, befriend her, make her feel a little more comfortable, and that totally backfired big time. Kate caught her trying to take pictures of her children behind her back, and every time they turned around, Meghan was complaining to anybody that would listen about Kate not feeding her children organic, how she dressed them, what she did that was just below Meghan's ideals. And it was Charles's personal secretary that came up with the idea. Maybe if we'll bring her mama on board, she'll feel more comfortable and start adjusting. It was during this time that Meghan had a really good idea. She wanted to introduce her mom, yet again, to Oprah. They had met at the wedding briefly, but she wanted them to become friends. Hey, I'm sure Meghan had her own motives for this friendship. Oprah was quick to jump on this opportunity, and she asked her at that time, can we do an interview soon, in the near future? She and Harry asked the Queen if it was okay, and the Queen said absolutely not. We're not starting off this way. It's not going to happen. And of course, Meghan had to contact Oprah and let her know it was not going to happen. Listen to what she told Oprah in this interview that's coming up. She told Oprah that they didn't have a private conversation that day. The royal family heard every word. They recorded all of her phone calls, and the one to Oprah included. Doria left right after this because Meghan threw one of the biggest hissy fits in front of everybody. They knew how nasty she could be up to this point, but boy, she showed them a whole nother side that day. They thought they had seen the worst of her, but when she announced her quote-unquote pregnancy, it just went crazy. It was a nasty place to be around Meghan. She took total advantage of the situation, and she just decided she was going to give everybody in her way hell. If they didn't meet her standards, it was going to be hell to pay. 10 staff members, y'all, have come out saying, we've got stories to tell. We're going to work with this investigation to 100%. Allegedly, she made massive threats towards the royals, saying she never wanted them around her child. That's coming from these 10 staff members. And she'd tell Harry, if you love me and your child, you'll leave with us. And they ended up at Tyler's house. You guys, she was so nasty to Haz when she lived at Tyler Perry's house. She caused so much drama from her bad attitude. She lost so many staff members over there. Like I told you guys in the last video, Harry's just as bad as she is. He's just as abusive. Since all of this stuff has been leaking out, they're saying that Meghan is in desperate mode. She's calling on people that she thought were her friends, and there's nobody, not one person, from her past, her present, in Hollywood that want anything to do with them as a result of everything they're hearing, as well as what they've done to the royal family. But he's talking about the ill timing of this. They won't cut the royals a break. Philip just had major heart surgery and he's recovering. They still intend on going full throttle with this interview. You know, it speaks volumes when their own diehard fans are so disgusted with them. Is this Meghan and Harry's version of compassion in action? Because if it is, I'd really hate to see them pissed off. They're disgusting hypocrites. And here's what my buddy Peter shared with me. Somebody tallied up how much in fuel Oprah consumed, used, going back and forth. $46,000 in fuel alone, not to mention the damage it does to the planet. Can I just point out that whoever come up with that, filth packets, that's perfect. They are a couple of filth packets. Oh, Meghan. Y'all, I can't wait to share the other stuff with you. It's a doozy. I hope you're having a good day today. I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. Y'all please stay safe and be blessed.